Toastmasters. Today, my hope is to inspire you to think of success in a new way. I wonder, has anyone here ever set a goal? Raise your hand if you've ever set a goal. And has anyone ever missed the goal? Not reached the goal? Okay. Has anyone ever hit the goal but felt it wasn't quite as fulfilling as they thought it would when they got there? Yeah, that's where we're going to. That's what we're going to talk about. So each of you have a little sheet. Let me grab the extras here in front of you. And in that very top section above the horizon, write down that a goal that you either have currently, maybe it's something you have for the holidays, or don't overthink it, just some simple goal that you might have by the end of the year for 2025, or it could even be a past goal, something that you've been working on this year that you've completed. We're just going to talk about goal setting, so you don't have to share it, don't worry. So just write down a goal that you might have. One of the things about a goal is that it's an ideal. We set it up in our mind that we're going to achieve a goal. This is what it should look like. This is what will be the end of what it is. But often when we either reach the goal or we keep seeing it on the horizon, it keeps getting further and further away. Has that happened to anybody here? Yeah. There's a lot about goal setting. There's a great story with Matthew Perry. He was one of the actors on Friends that you may have recently heard past, and he talked about his attainment for fame was voracious. He wanted fame. It was the end-all, be-all. He wanted to be famous no matter what. But when he got to the goal, that horizon had moved forward. It wasn't what he thought it was going to be. It was an external expression of the goal. So what we want to do is find the antidote to that goal, to that ideal, that external piece of a goal, and that's in claiming the gain. So that's called the gap. Let me say that the goal, when you're trying to reach it, is the gap. That horizon is the gap. What we're looking for is the gain, the internal piece of the goal. So the second part of the exercise on the bottom there is you'll see 3 spots. And in the first line, please just write down something that you accomplished this year, maybe towards that goal, something that has gone well that you can say, yeah, I did that. That is something that I accomplished this year. You can go all the way back to last January if you want. Just write that down. And in the second line, write down something that you have gained or accomplished in the last 90 days. Since we've got to September, October, November, now we're rolling into, since Labor Day, let's say. Something that you've accomplished, something, doesn't have to be big, could be small, something that you did. And how about in the last week? What gain have you made in the last week? So the antidote to that gap, that horizon continually moving, or when we get there, it's the shining star that we expected it to be, and then it really isn't what we thought, and it just goes through us, is checking those gains. Being able to say each night, perhaps, what are the 3 things that I gained in my personal experience of something this day, or maybe at the end of the week. I'll give you some examples. I experienced a big gap this year on an October day. I have been working diligently all year on creating packets for kids. I've created 12 months of packets, 7 grades, kindergarten through 6th grade, 84 packets. I work my little fingers to the bone on my computer, and I think about what kids would like, and I connect them to financial literacy standards, and I've been working hard. I went to an event in Sammamish a few weeks prior to this October date, and I got some interest from parents in my books, and I thought, oh, this event that I'm going to, I'm going to sell packets, and everyone's going to be interested in my packets. I had set this ideal moment up for myself, and I worked hard. I got special envelopes that are made of plastic, and I ordered custom-made stickers with yellow, the Little Books of Big Business logo on them, and I had someone help me set up. There were not a lot of people that came through, and very few people came over. I didn't sell any packets. So I went home, and such is life, but I had a real crisis of confidence, a real moment of gap. Like, I really thought this was gonna be the one. This was going to be my place. And as I really got clear on the gain, I realized I've created 84 packets. I've got the packets into the Boys and Girls Club in Snohomish. I've worked with homeschool kids on these packets. I have a new way to express and teach kids about packets. So my gains were huge, and yet my moment, often this happens with business owners or in life and careers where you think it's gonna be something and it's just not. It can also happen in our family life. Anybody have any expectations for the holidays? Maybe Thanksgiving came and went and you thought it was going to be a certain steamed bird with a certain flavor, and maybe there was a cranky elder, something that didn't quite go right, or a child, and things just weren't the idyllic 1970s version of what we all thought it was going to be. So it can be beyond a goal. It could be an expectation, something in that horizon that we expect. We can expect others, we can expect spouses and children and family members to act a certain way, and the gap then is that it's not something that we control. That piece is something that gain is not there. So my gift for you today is to have mercy on your goals. Ideals and goals are fantastic. It's what gets us up off our seat and charges us forward. And in 2025, I wish that for each and every one of you. And on the way, I invite you to explore your gains, find the antidote to that gap so that you can really charge forth into 2025. Madam Toastmaster.